guys. Welcome to another ASMR Sports video. I have today a couple of things, but only one we're going to actually get into opening. Both of these are 1981 Fleer baseball cards. This is an unopened pack that I have, and then I also have a full box of these. This is a pack from somewhere else. I just bought that as an individual pack at some point, and this is a full box of the packs that I'm going to keep intact and not open at this point. But I did kind of want to show those to you. Let's see if we can kind of get a little better look here. I think it's the first time I've shown an unopened box of cards, but I have a lot of unopened boxes, so maybe I will do more of that if people are interested in seeing what these things look like. But you can go on eBay and see lots of these, so it's not like they're hard to find. This set is noteworthy because it's from 1981, which was a big year because it was the first year that Major League Baseball granted to a company other than Topps the ability to make baseball cards featuring their logos and insignias. So before 1981 there was one manufacturer. I'm going to move this out of the way so I can put the camera down. But before 1981, Topps was the only manufacturer licensed to make baseball cards by Major League Baseball, and so the only baseball cards that weren't made by Topps were unlicensed cards, which you didn't see a lot of because it was illegal to make those, or small regional sets that came with packaged food, or their promotional kind of card sets that Topps did grant license, or Major League Baseball did grant licenses for. Or sometimes those sets would just get a Players Association license and show the players without their, Major League Baseball uniform insignias or things that would be owned by Major League Baseball. But in any event, in 1981, Fleer and Donruss were given licenses, and they came out with their inaugural sets that year. And this is this 1981 Fleer set is the inaugural set of Fleer in the baseball card marketplace. They had been making both Fleer and Donruss had been making different sports sets and non-sports trading cards for quite a number of years, and they both, I think, were in the Fleer, at least, has been in the candy industry for many, many years. So these companies had been around and doing things, somewhat similar to baseball cards, but did not get into the baseball card world until 1981. So 81 was sort of a big year for the baseball card industry because, there was more to collect than just Topps, and that was sort of the beginning, really, of the modern sports card, at least baseball card collecting market was 1981. That was when, people started buying up rookie cards and speculating, and 1981 was when you'd see, some of the first very early modern hobby publications get started. So a lot of things happened in 1981. snowballed through all of the 80s. And eventually, other sports like football and basketball and hockey got a lot more attention, and those cards became much more collectible and valuable, and the rest is history, as they say. So I'm going to open this pack, and we'll see both Fleer and Donruss in their 81 sets, I think, had some real production issues. The 81 Donruss sets are just kind of a disaster. A lot of the cards are miscut or just really wacky things, a lot of variations, or uncorrected or corrected errors in both sets, Donruss particularly, but also in Fleer there was a lot of just kind of cards that were cut wrong or had weird, printing press issues. And I can also tell that this stick of gum, this isn't necessarily intrinsic to this set. This could have just been stored properly, but this gum, I can tell, is just, petrified onto the card it's on top of. And Donruss kind of had that problem too. I've never really had a pack of 81 Donruss that didn't have gum that was just creating a total disaster in the pack in which it came. So Fleer is kind of the same, and we'll probably get some evidence of that. Another thing is Topps had a contract with Major League Baseball that dealt with exclusivity, and when that contract was entered into, it was one that basically said Topps had the exclusive right to sell authorized baseball cards with chewing gum. And so there was this big dispute after these 1981 sets came out about that exclusivity, because both Fleer and Donruss in their 1981 sets included chewing gum, and Topps said, well, you can't do that, Major League Baseball. I think they sued Fleer and Donruss. I can't remember exactly how the lawsuits went, but someday I'll maybe dig those up and see what they look like. But in any event, Topps did prevail in their claim that they were the exclusive, or had an exclusive right to manufacture and distribute baseball cards with chewing gum. And so but the court also said that it was the chewing gum really that was the exclusive right, and not baseball cards beyond that. So Fleer just in the next year put stickers in their baseball cards, and Donruss started doing the puzzle pieces that combined, if you collected all the right ones, to create a puzzle of a Hall of Fame player every year. And that's what they did, for the rest of the time. And even to this day, I don't think there's anybody that makes baseball cards with gum other than Topps, although now I think Topps is again the only licensed manufacturer of baseball cards, because I think Major League Baseball decided there was too much proliferation of different card sets, and so they just said, okay, we're going to pull back on the number of licenses that we grant. And yeah, Upper Deck lost their license, and Donruss kind of went out of business and sold their intellectual property. So I'm like, oh man, this is just really, it's actually a little bit gooey. So I think this is like sucking in humidity from the air, but you can see just how wet this top card is. And luckily, I don't know what that looks like, a little black mold that will probably kill us all. I don't know what that is, but try not to eat it or breathe it. So let's see who we got. All right, Steve Kemp. Alan Ripley. Believe it or not, Chet Lemon. Rob Picciolo. That's probably pronounced differently, but and you'll see what I mean. Like these borders are just terrible. You can't really see it very well, but they're just super rough. And the same thing happened with the Donruss sets. Oh wow, look at that. Carl Yastrzemski, Hall of Famer, very good player. Unfortunately, the border is all wrecked, but that's probably one of the better pulls in this set. Ricky Henderson, I think, would be maybe the best one. George Brett would be a good one to have. Robin Yount. But Carl Yastrzemski. The 83, I think, sets were the last one that Carl Yastrzemski appeared in. He retired shortly after that. I don't think he actually even played the 83 season much, all of it. Bucky Dan, there you go. Famous Yankee hero. George Vukovich and Doug Alt. So, not a bad set, or not a bad pack there. Given the Yastrzemski, I'll certainly take that into my collection and enjoy it. But there's lots to say about this. Just this set and this year in baseball card history. So I hope that's been enjoyable. Very long career there for Yastrzemski. A real hero in Red Sox country. Played his entire career with that team. Even though it looks like he was originally from New York, which I didn't know. So that's kind of fun. So yeah, there you have it. Maybe someday we'll get some 81 Donruss packs and you can see what those look like. Or we could look at some 81 Donruss cards. But this is 81 Flair.